Welcome to The Click. This is Computer Hardware Explained. First of all, what is computer hardware? The physical parts of a computer. The parts that you can touch and you can see in real life are called the computer's hardware. So let's start with the first part of my computer's hardware, motherboard. It is the most important component of hardware where every other component gets connected. As you can see in here, we have PCI, AGP, CPU socket, CPU fan connection, and all the other things. Everything is basically in here, and this is the heart of computer. Okay, so if my motherboard is the heart of my computer, CPU is the brain of computer, which processes all the complex operations such as complex mathematical formulas, doing heavy data entry and all that. This picture is also good representation of CPU. Okay, we have hard drive where all the data gets stored. This is basically the long-term memory, but in a way that is not very accessible. You know, if something goes to hardware, it's very hard to have access to it, but it is a good memory. It has so much of data and it has so much space, and it's basically the main storage or the main memory of computer. But to have a more accessible memory, we have RAM, which is the random access memory, and it is the short-term memory that stores everything, and it's very accessible, but it's short-term, not long-term. In addition, solid-state drive is another component of hardware. It is a very doable storage that is fast and quiet, and it is basically a new and modern type of storage, and it's basically faster and at the same time more expensive. But if you have it, it will, make your data storage or the process of storing data very, very fast and quiet. I am sure that you have heard about graphics card before. Graphics card is basically another type of a computer for itself, and it's a very, very strong component that bypasses CPU. Like, it is stronger than CPU, but in one aspect, not in every other aspect, in one aspect, and that is to deliver high quality images, videos, or graphics. Basically, every type of visuals and visualizations that you see on your computer's monitor, that is the work of graphics card. It helps computer arrange the pixels of an image, for example, in order to help you see the picture in the most and in the highest quality form that it can. Okay, so we have power supply as it is represented in here. It is basically the transformer of electricity to charge. So when your computer gets charged, it's basically the work of power supply in it. Okay, this hardware is the type of hardware or is the component of hardware that only desktops have it. Okay, so if you have a laptop, this will not be something for you, but it is basically, its name is case, and it's a box that keeps all the other components. All the components in it. Okay, so it is a computer chassis, as it's written in here, is the enclosure that contains most of the hardware of a personal computer. For example, motherboard and all the other things are combined in here. Okay, so we have cooling system as well. It is on motherboard, and it is a component that cools down the other components of hardware. The simplest one, mouse, it is the component that transfers a two-dimensional motion relative to a surface into the motion of the cursor on the screen. So it basically connects the mouse that you move on a surface into the motion of the cursor on the screen. As you can see, mouse does that, right? So this is how it does it. And we have a picture as well. Okay, so we have a wireless card. This is like a modern thing, like the solid-state drive, but it is responsible for wireless internet. If you use Wi-Fi or any type of an internet that is not wired to a device, then this device comes to work and it helps you connect to the internet. Okay, our second last one, keyboard. It is an input device that sends letters, numbers, symbols, and other things into the computer system. So you know this, right? It is on every single laptop, or it is separated from the desktop if your computer is a desktop type, and it has so many things like system keys, application keys, function keys, letters, numbers, symbols, and everything for you to type on your computer. And lastly, monitor. The screen that helps you see everything that you do on your computer. It is an output device because it shows your output that displays videos, images, and all the work you do on your computer. And you know this one because if you're using a computer, you're seeing me or you're seeing this video through a monitor right now. And we are done. Thank you very much for being with me. Sources page.